Greetings from Costa Rica. We finally made it, you guys. So I wanted to do a quick room tour for you guys so that, say hi, Reese.
Hi.
I wanted to do a quick room tour for you guys, and then I wanted to give you guys a rundown on everything you need to know about visiting Costa Rica during COVID. So let's start with the room tour really quick. We'll step outside. So we are staying, oh my God, it is so pretty out here, you guys. It's crazy. Anyway, so we are staying at the Westin, I'm gonna butcher the name, but I will leave a link so that you guys can see it. But it's the Westin in Costa Rica. It is an all-inclusive hotel. We wanted an all-inclusive just because this trip is more of a relaxing trip and I didn't want to be running all over the place. So we decided to go all-inclusive. So I will give you guys a quick room tour so you guys can see it. Okay, so this is the patio area. We are on the second floor. And Reese and her iPad, Lord have mercy. So it comes with a little sink area, a dining area. There is a mini bar in here, which we've already rated, and it's all included. It also includes all food, all drinks, sodas, alcohol, all that stuff. Can you do me a favor? Can you close that door for me, please? And this is the bathroom area. It's a mess already. And tub, which I will be using later. And the bedroom area, which we've already made good use of. Okay, so what I wanted to do is I wanted to give you guys a quick little rundown on visiting Costa Rica during COVID, especially with the new requirements for U.S. citizens. So visiting Costa Rica is actually fairly easy. They are one of the few countries that does not require a COVID test. So if you want to travel but don't want to get a COVID test, Costa Rica is the place to go. We got a COVID test anyway, just because I felt that it was the responsible thing to do. To make sure that we weren't infecting anybody, even though we both had it. I wasn't too concerned about it, but it was the responsible thing to do. So even though it's not required and they won't ask for it, just be a good citizen and do it anyway. So you will need a passport, obviously. 2, you will need COVID insurance. Now, this is something new that a lot of countries are asking travelers to have, especially travelers from the United States, is COVID-specific insurance. Now, don't get it twisted and think that it is regular travel insurance, because it's not. It's something completely different. Although you should have traveler's insurance, but that's the topic for a whole other video. COVID insurance is required, and what COVID insurance does is it basically covers you in case you become infected with COVID while you are here. It covers your medical, it covers your quarantining, it covers all of that. Now, when I say that, I want to clarify, because this is something that most people don't know about COVID insurance or insurance, period. Insurance is a reimbursement. Keep that in mind. It is not something that pays up. So if you come down with COVID while you're in Costa Rica, it's not like you can call the insurance company and they cover your hospital stay and your hotel and all that stuff, because they don't. Basically, what it means is if you become sick while you're in Costa Rica, you will be responsible for covering all of your hospital bills. You'll be responsible for covering your lodging, all of that stuff. And then when you return home in 30 to 60 days, they will reimburse you. Hey, Kelly, so as far as the COVID insurance is concerned, I will post a link down below once this video posts of the place where I got my COVID insurance. If you log on to the Visit Costa Rica website, they give you the insurance information for 2 different insurance companies. Don't use those because they're expensive. When I went to go get a quote, it was $125 for me and $125 for Reese. And I thought that was expensive. I found another place that was approved by the Costa Rican government. We had 0 problems using it. It was $36 for both of us for 7 days. And it covers the exact same stuff. The coverages amounts are the exact same amount. I just think that the Costa Rican government is making $1 off of it. And that one also is a reimbursement too. So it's not like if you go with the other one, you're missing out on that. Neither of them pay up in advance. So go with the cheaper one. It was $36.20 for both me and Reese. Once you get your COVID insurance, you have your passport, 48 hours before your trip, you need to log on to the Visit Costa Rica website, and they are going to ask you a series of COVID questions. Have you come in contact with anybody who's had COVID? Do you have a fever? Any of that stuff. They're going to ask you all those questions. Then they're going to ask you to upload a copy of your passport as well as a copy of the COVID insurance policy. From there, you will get a QR code. Now, in a perfect world, the QR code is supposed to be all you need, but we learned, almost at the hard way. But normally you just go to the airport, you show that QR code, and you're good. For some reason, I don't know if it's because it's something that just went into effect with United, every single person who was traveling to Costa Rica got flagged, and it took us an hour to check in, which normally would have been a problem for us because we have TSA pre-check. So we normally show up to the airport 45 minutes before our flight. Something told me to get there early this time, and I'm happy it did because it took us an hour to check in. There were several people who missed their flights just because it took a while to process all that information. I don't know why it takes so long, whatever. Then once you get all that, you get to Costa Rica, you're good. Another law that's going into effect, I believe starting the 26th of this month, is in order to return back to the United States, you have to take a negative COVID test. Doesn't matter if you're a U.S. citizen, every single person who is traveling from internationally back into the United States has to have a COVID test. Do not be that person to wait until the last minute to find out what the requirements are for your COVID test. I know a lot of people who are traveling to other countries, they're finding out the hard way that the COVID tests usually are super, super expensive, or that it takes a week to get an appointment, which is a problem if you're only going to be there for 4 days. To be on the safe side, called 2 different places. I had a friend who actually lives here. He gave me some places. I called them. I made 2 different appointments at 2 different places just to make sure that I was okay, so that I could get an appointment. Then I found out once I got here that my hotel, the hotel that I'm staying in, they just implemented a new COVID testing policy where they're doing COVID testing on site. So now I don't even have to go anywhere. It's taken care of, so it's great. But if you're not staying at a hotel that is offering it, make sure that you schedule your COVID testing before you leave so that you don't get there and it's a surprise and you can't find a place or you can't get an appointment, because I know that is happening to some people. Also, as far as the insurance is concerned, because the insurance policy that you're purchasing is not a policy that kicks in right away, it's something that you're reimbursed for, please make sure that you have a backup plan for if you test positive while you're here. Because if you test positive while you're here, you're going to be responsible for covering all of your medical expenses. You're going to be responsible for covering all of your quarantine accommodations, okay? So don't be that person who comes to Costa Rica with just enough money for your trip and then get here, test positive, and now you're stuck, because you're just going to be stuck. There are a couple hotels I know in like Cabo in Mexico that are offering free quarantining. If you stay at their hotel and you happen to test positive, they will allow you, I think it's 14 days to quarantine. However, the trick is usually when you test positive, you don't test negative right away. So some people are reporting that they had to quarantine for like 30 days, 45 days. And no hotel is going to give you accommodations for that long. So just make sure that you have a backup plan just in case. Other than that, it was super easy to get here. We didn't have any problems. It is very affordable to fly to Costa Rica right now. Our round trip tickets for both me and Reese, I think, was like $600. Which is, I thought, a really good steal, and that was on United, and they still have tickets priced at that amount. The hotel was kind of pricey, but that's just, like I said, because it's an all-inclusive and that's what we wanted. But there were a lot of other hotels that weren't as expensive. So just wanted to jump on really quick and give you some information about visiting Costa Rica in case you are interested in coming. It is absolutely beautiful here. The weather is amazing. It's like 85. It's a little bit humid, but whatever. We already have our zip lining booked for tomorrow. That was $45 for both of us. I booked an hour-long massage on the beach for tomorrow. That was $20. We're doing horseback riding. I believe that was $35 for an hour for both of us. So once you get here, everything is really affordable. The other thing is, when we flew in, we are staying at the Westin in, I'll link it below because I know I'm going to butcher the name, but there's only one Westin. That's all inclusive. But we flew into Liberia. It was an hour drive from Liberia to where the hotel is we're staying. I found a shuttle online where it was, I think, $35 each way for both of us. For transportation. So don't be hesitant to fly into Liberia as opposed to San Jose. But I will link the shuttle information down below so that you guys can have it, because it was an hour ride, but it was super affordable. They do have Uber out here, but when I quoted the Uber, it was something ridiculous, like $90 one way. So don't do an Uber. Use the link below that I post. That's about it. I will post this video so that it is a static post so you guys can see it. If you have any questions, drop them below and I will answer them for you. But other than that, greetings from Costa Rica. And, oh yeah, so I want to tell you guys, because you guys were laughing, those of you guys who were following me on Instagram. So we've been spoiled living in LA, and so we're used to flying directly from LA to wherever. Usually there's no layover, like we're good. Moving to Arizona, Lord have mercy, has it changed things? Because everything requires a layover now, like everything. You are so special. Everything requires a layover, and we flew from Phoenix to LA. We had a 6-hour layover in LA. We ended up renting a hotel room just so that we can relax, because it was like late at night. Our plane didn't leave until midnight. Then it was a 3-hour flight from LAX to Houston. We got to Houston at 5 in the morning. It was a 4-hour layover there, so that we didn't even leave until like 9 in the morning. Then once we got off the plane, we had an hour ride. So needless to say, we are exhausted. We're tired. It's been a long adventure. So yeah, that's the other thing. If you're coming from a place that's not a big like hub like LA or New York or whatever, prepare to have like 50 million transfers and plan accordingly. So we're here for 7 days, which I'm happy that we did 7 days just because of how long it took us to get here. But yep, so that's it. I am going to go take a shower and relax, and I will check in with you guys a little bit later. Follow me on Instagram if you guys want to check out what we're up to, because that's where I'll be posting. My Instagram is my first and last name, so Courtney Blacher. Yeah, so that's it. All right, I will talk to you guys later. Greetings from Costa Rica. Bye.